Welcome back to Seagull's Mazda 323 channel for another update, installment episode, whatever the heck you want to call it. Now, today we'll be continuing work on the green piece. Today I'll be working on the gearbox removal and the block removal. Now I'll be working at home by myself, so safety is key. My methods are crude, not for all, but this is a way to do it, not the way. So leave a comment. Alright, the progress so far. We have secured the engine block and removed the top mount bolt. So now the block shouldn't wriggle too much. I've disconnected all of the transmission bolts, so it's ready for a slide. I've released the speedo cable off the top of the transmission. I've taken out the plug and doing a drain, as you can see down there. So that'll be it here. There's the rest in there. So we'll just let that drain out and then we'll start to remove the drive shafts. Rod end needs to come out, so you've got to remove the cotter pin, then take the nut off. This is going to require a bit of effort, so you will need one of these to pry in there. This one's fucked, so I'm going to replace it anyway. So I just ram that in there, put my big dog bar on the end, and just BAM! Off it comes. Stability bar, I've just bolted everything back onto the bolt in its order, so I know that will just help lower the control arm. When you take off the tensioner bolt's in here. Getting the drive shafts off the transaxle. Now I'm looking at the left hand side here. I'm trying to zoom in a bit better. Down in here, this bad boy, we're gonna place a pry bar in here, and between the outer ring and the transaxle, we're gonna just pry it. Now it's important that you don't subject the tripod joint to any shock when removing the drive shaft, so don't fucking smash it and then, or ease it out I should say, but then basically that'll just pop out. Now while you're doing that, before you start this, you want to support the drive shaft with the rope so it don't just drop out when you've successfully pried it out. I'll just cut to another angle here, but basically we're going to come in and remove the drive shaft from the transaxle. So you're just gonna pop it out, and then support this part with some rope so it doesn't just go bang and then you damage the end of the drive shaft. There you go, so that's the drive shaft out. Now it's very important that you do not lose this little split washer here. Not exactly sure, I think it's got something to do with retaining. Do not ask me, I'm not a fully qualified mechanic, I'm just a part-time rapper. And that is the way to remove the drive shaft if you're removing the gearbox. See, big gully? You know what you're doing. Yeah, it is important that you do secure it. So I've just used a bit of fencing wire, but you can tie it on or use a little ratchet strap or something. Now, if you're anything like me, just a quick tip, it's probably best to re-secure everything that you've removed in its original position, because after too many seaweed cones, mate, you may forget a few things. Alright team, I had a bit of a rest, and I had some thinking. How am I going to get this thing out of here? Obviously this is the best way. I'm going to take the block out and leave the tranny in. I may take the tranny out last and have a look at it. But either way, this is what we're going to have to do. It's pretty hoary. It's probably not the normal way, but it is a way. So we'll look into it a bit more. But now we're just going to lift this block out and get that stored away.